Welcome, all you fixed blade enthusiasts from around the world to Baxter's Blades. You're entering Beware the Tiger Bit. Well, we got one big buck knife here. I like big bucks, and I cannot lie. It's big. Maybe I'll zoom out a bit. Well, that'll work. Yes, a big buck fixed blade. This is one that I have been wanting to get for a while, but kept putting it off. And well, I got an alert from Buck that saying they're low on stock. And well, with all my discounts, I figured I would order one. This is the Buck 104 Compadre, and they've been out for quite a while. They are a camping knife in 5160 spring steel, so carbon steel, black Cerakoted blade, micarta handle. It's a big box, and well, they're big, but they're not too big. It's not like a buck 124. It's not the size of a buck 120 general, and I kept putting it off. I'm a big fan of Buck's micarta, so I had to get this. And sure enough, when I ordered it, they posted later they had one left, and now they're sold out. Now, you may be able to find them somewhere else. I'm sure Red Hill Cutlery might have them. Smoky Mountain Knife Works. But from the Buck Factory, which is pretty close. It only took them a couple days to ship this to me. Fantastic deal. Like I said, they're about 124. With my affiliation code, it was 81, and then I had 20% off that. So under $80 for this knife is absolute amazing. Now, it is proudly made in the USA, the sheath. The knife is also. Let's check it out. Now, like I said, most of you have already seen these. You can see the Boss 5160 spring steel. You can see the coated Cerakote black coated blade. You can see the 104. This one was manufactured. I just had it there. April 15th, 2025. So not too long ago, but I'm surprised that they were out of stock. Now, they may make more. You can see Buck USA there. Check out the cutting edge. No, this is a hard use camping knife. Got a lanyard hole, got micarta. Everybody complains how micarta is smooth. Yes, it is smooth, but I can get good grip on it. Now, it's going to get grippier with moisture, so if you're out in the rain or if your hands sweat, it's going to grip really nice. So this is overall 9.5 inches. It is a 4.5 inch blade. And that means the handle length is 5 inches. Good 4-finger grip on it. You do have jimping here. It is 0.15 of an inch thick blade stock. It's a hardened carbon steel. You can beat the crap out of it knife. Now, I have seen some people who have, chipped the blade and broken the blade. So I don't know if that was a poor heat treatment or if they had a defect in it. But 5160 spring steel is no slouch. You can pretty much split firewood with this. I guess we will verify their measurements here. Yes, 9.5 inches long. I'd say the blade's a little bit longer than 4.5 inches. I can see that the 4.5 inches is going kind of almost to the middle of the jimping there. I'd say it's about 4 5/8. The cutting length is just wait a minute. Yes, cutting length is about 4 5/8 also, because you can see the cutting length goes up to the end of the handle here. And The handle does seem a little bit shorter than 5 inches. But I have 9.5 overall. Yes. I've been wanting one of these for a while. I generally don't collect fixed blades that much. I do prefer buck fixed blades over other manufacturers, so I wanted to get these before they were gone. And when I saw that alert, I wanted to jump on it, and I'm glad I did because they are sold out at the Buck site, and I got a fantastic deal. Yes, it's a little smooth, but you know, with this here, your hand's not going to slip up on the blade. This locks you in really well. You can rough up the micarta if you so choose. You can, I believe these are T8 screws, maybe T10 screws. You can take the handles off to clean it if you need to. You can see it is full tang all the way through. I'm going to throw a lanyard on it and, well, use it. One of the reasons I held off on getting these is I do have quite a few buck fixed blades. And like I said, I don't carry them that much. I think the Alpha Scout and the Alpha Hunter I'm more likely to carry than some of the bigger ones. And I have the 120, I have a 119, I have a 117. So I didn't really feel like I needed this. But again, this is full tang. It is in their carbon steel, which I've been wanting to pick up. I really should have splurged and got their Buck of the Month, which was a clip point Magna Cut version of the 104. But quite honestly, those were over $200. And I'm sure they're fantastic knives. This will do pretty much anything I need it to do. Well, let's zoom in a little bit here. I don't have any of my other knives to really compare it to, so let's compare it to a Buck 55. What a combination here. Got your gentleman's pocket dropper, and you pretty much got your almost Rambo knife here. Very cool. Like I said, I'm going to throw probably a bead and a leather lanyard onto there. I really am a huge fan of Buck's micarta, and I'm zoomed in too much, so I'm getting some blur. Really big fan of their micarta. They just do such a fantastic job with it. And you can oil it up, but I like to keep mine dry for grip and texture. It does look like they smoothed it out pretty well, but I'm not having a problem with the grip. You look at some of the reviews and people are like, it's just too slippery, but I'm getting really good grip on this. And the more, like I said, the more your hands sweat, or if you're out in the rain, it's just going to get even better. I do believe it was a Sog Grunt Knives. He sanded his up pretty good, and he said it did give it more texture. He roughed it up. I guess if you sand it with a finer grit, it is going to get smoother. Wow. Well, thank you for joining me in the Tiger Pit for this Buck Made in USA unboxing. A fixed blade that I did not have in the collection. Very glad I got it. Like I said, I've been trying to slow down my knife purchases as of late because of the big move. But I had to jump on this. So both knives for a little over $100. What a steal. And as always, free shipping if you are over $100 from the Buck knife manufacturer. Again, if you're looking for these, try Red Hill. There's plenty other Buck dealers out there. You should be able to find one, no problem. I appreciate you joining me in the Tiger Pit for this 104 Compadre unboxing. Wow. I may have to make some kindling with this sometime. I always laugh at people who do that. I just say, I'd just get a hatchet. That's what hatchets are for. But you can do it with this knife. And what a good all-round camping knife. I do believe it is a flat grind. But this may be the last of the 5160 spring steel knives from Buck. I appreciate you watching. You all stay sharp, be kind, and take chances. Oh, let's do a little paper. Let's take a chance and do a little paper cut test. Why not? Yes. As always, screaming sharp from the factory. You all take care.